Okay, so factoring is basically breaking down to things that are being multiplied. So I'm going to do the first one with you, then I'll give you a chance to do the other two on your own. So in the first example, let's look at the number. How can you break down 25? 5 times 5. You have just factored 25, broken it down to things that are being multiplied. Now, how can I factor x squared?
X squared.
Perfect. X times x. How can you factor y to the 5th?
5 times 1.
How many times? 5 times. That is the factored form of 25 x squared y to the 5th. Okay? Now that you have these notes right in front of you, I'm going to give you a few minutes to try the next two as I walk around to assist. Again, don't hesitate to talk to your neighbors. Make sure you have the same answers. Good discussions. Back to the numbers. Back to the variables.
Yeah, but you said 50 and 2.
But 24 times 2. That's 50.
Question?
I did it like this. When I write it out, I have to do it in that order.
In multiplication order doesn't matter, so that would be perfect. Okay, now that we've had some time to go over it, let's go over it together. How can I break down 100? 10 times 10 is perfect. And then 10 can break down to 5 times 2, or 2 and 5. 2 and 5. Now, does it matter if I put 2 times 5 times 2 times 5, or can I rewrite the order? You can rewrite it, so it's really up to you. And then how many A's are there? 1. How many B's? 3. Perfect. 2 times 2 times 5 times 5 times A times B times B. Again, what is factoring? Breaking it down to things that are being multiplied by each other. Okay? Let's check out 45. Question? Yes, sir.
Can you just leave it as 2 times 5, 2 times 5, or does it have to be 2 times 2, 5 times?
No problem. The order is okay. You can leave it as 2 times 5, 2 times 5, times A, times B, times B. But I like to kind of put it in order, but both are totally correct.
It's not 3B's, so only 10.
It is 3 B's, correct?
Yes.
And I need one more. Thank you for that correction.
Thank you, sir.
Okay? I appreciate your input. Now, with 45, what do we have? How can I break down 45? 9 times 5. What about 9? 3 times 3. How many X's are there?
4.
And how many Y's are there? And how many Z's? Perfect.
We don't have to put the multiplication sign between all of them.
Since with the variables, if they're next to each other, multiplication is simple. Good question. Okay? We'll stop there.
I like this book because it is an exact replica of the other textbook that costs $165, I think. And this one only costs $13. How can you beat that? And it's Al Rocha approved. And this message has been approved by Mike Richardson.
I like this book because it's easy to review off of. All the chapters are laid out very nicely, and it makes homework and studying a lot easier.
I like this book because the notes are very clear and he knows what he's talking about. I call him the guy, the grocery guy. You know, he knows everything about math. And for him to make a book that's less expensive than all the other ones, who's going to beat that?
My favorite part about this book is probably the fact that he wrote it himself, so it's in all his own words, which makes it easy for him to explain to us. I'm personally not that great at math, but with the help of this book and the notes, with him explaining it in his own words and terms, it makes it easy for me to catch up and keep along in class.
I find this book very helpful because it keeps a lot of my papers organized. Back in high school, I had papers all over the place, so it keeps it nice and organized. And it's easy to review. Everything is in sections, everything is reviewed over for you. You just gotta go back and look over it. You can't fail the test. I don't know how people fail the test. It's just easy. It's easy reviewing and everything.